I have a lot of issues with the 24-hour economy, not because it's not a good concept or policy. I have a lot of issues with it because we have this kind of policy culture as a country, and this one has got nothing to do with one party. Whether Nhyiaeso MP, have seen that. Preceding our policies, we don't do any research, we don't conduct any research, we don't collect any data, we don't develop any value chains, we don't develop any framework. We only always come out to promise people. That's what MPP and this we are fond of doing. Honestly, so the 24-hour economy itself, they haven't prepared towards it. It needs a lot of basis. It needs a lot of data collection. It needs a lot of segments developed along its value chain. For instance, you're talking about 24-hour economy. What does it entail? The public sector is one, or services. Already, health, security, education. We are doing security and health. Sorry, we are embarking on 24-hour economy already. The aspect left that my brothers in the government were talking about was the manufacturing sector, creation of jobs. We have very weak entrepreneurial ecosystem. What preparation have they put in place? Which areas of the manufacturing sector that we endow with that they want to make sure that we have this 24-hour economy? So I'm not against it. But as you said, talking about entrepreneurship will be very much needed. Because if you have the best framework as a country, the actors must be entrepreneurial or must be very enterprising. They have to actually fit into the gaps we are having in our ecosystem. We don't have very good entrepreneurs. You can give them even money. Look at 1D, 1F. Such a fine concept. A lot of them took money and they could not even give the nation what they needed. So entrepreneurship, yes, is going to be very salient component, very integral, critical part of this whole 24-hour economy. But I think 24-hour economy, in my opinion, has to be better placed. Rather than, if you want to develop an authority for a policy such as this, to me it's like buying a plane without an airport. That is what is happening. It's not like buying a plane is not good. But before you buy a plane, you need to have your airport. So 24-hour economy, they should withdraw. Allow some of us to come on board, because it's a good thing, and properly develop it. How many times having Nhyiaeso MP come out with a lot of policies, and where do they get us to? So I support it as a policy, but something must go in. A lot of work must be done preceding the inauguration or commencement or the implementation of it. But most of them, we look at the political capital, the gain God want to get from it, the goodwill, but we don't look at the sustainability and what has to be done before. That's one thing I have. But talking about entrepreneurship being very important within that policy framework, I think it's very critical. It's good to be right.